Hello and welcome to episode 33 of this Let's Play series. We are playing Banished. Last we left off, we had almost self-sufficient here at 1,000 people. So we now have 1,086, which is right. It's been like this for a few years now. If we look at the population, very much just above the 1,000 mark. There's some wiggles, but the trend is pretty much right at that mark. We are doing almost okay on food, I believe. This is a little scary for me. I want it to go the other way without buying additional food. So we'll see how that does. We're still building a little bit more food productions, so that should help. The other things that are critical, the herbs, very bad. We need that to go back up to the 500 or 1,000 mark. Log is better, but it's still bad. It used to be up to the 3,000, I believe. The limit is like 3,000, but we finally making our way up. Firewood is okay. We simply have enough production now to sustain our usage, but it's still very volatile, and that also ties into the logs. So because without logs we can't make firewood. Coals is okay now that the firewood is back up to a nice amount. Coal is also coming back up because people use both coal and firewood. So if we lack firewood, then they use more coal. Tool is steady, so that we are fine there. Herb we already look at, it's pretty bad. Gloating is horrible. The limit is 500, and we have these crashes. Let's go to 25 years. Every time we have nomads, we have these crashes because the nomad don't have good clothings, and we do. So I think the first thing they do is to switch to the better clothing. And I guess around 15 or so years ago we managed to build it back up. But since then, every time we have the crash, we don't quite get back up to the previous peak, and so it's pretty bad. And we build a couple more tailors, so hopefully this uptick here is going to be a nice trend. Alcohol, we are surprisingly steady. And last thing is textile. These crash here is when we actually use our wools to trade, and this is when we release the wool from the trading dogs back to circulation. And so I think that our wool and leather situation is okay. Iron is pretty steady, a little low, but I think it's okay. Let's go back to the 5-year look, and let's see if we can maintain this population here. All these lines seem very steady, which I like, because our goal is to just have a very steady population, and people who are dying of old age will be replaced by new students, and children will grow up to replace the students, so on and so forth. And we are not going to accept any more nomads. So talking about food, we actually overproduced a little bit of food last year, which is excellent. Tools slightly, coal slightly, textile slightly, herbs we do not. which is a problem. So we did build 3 new gatherings locations. One here, one just south of that, right here. Oh, we are building that, and one just south of that, right here. So once this last one come to be, we should be okay. And we just finished building our third cemetery over here as well, because both the other ones are full. The graves will actually degrade over time, so over time they will go away. But we need to have enough space for graves. And I'm guessing that 3 cemetery may be enough for 1,000 people. So 3 cemetery is 426 graves. So that might be enough. I really don't know. We'll find out. If this one starts filling up as well, then we don't have enough. Then we need to build another one. Just like everything else here. So our current bottleneck again is stones. I don't want to open yet another quarry. We have 2 quarries. So and each produce, let's see how much they produce. 170 something a season, so roughly 500 or 550 a year. No, I got that wrong. 700 a year, assuming that they both are about the same. This one is a little bit better, produce about 800 a year. I'm not sure why, maybe because they are closer to the workers live closer. We also opened up a couple new areas down here for farming. We're still building houses and things down here, because right now these farms are being worked from pretty far away, which again limit their efficiency. These farms are okay. This pasture over here is left idle because we want to have some place to move our pasture that have infections. Then if we go a little bit further north, we have this market over here that we construct just as a in-between point of the other various markets, so that we can supply up here as well. And we actually have a couple more farms up here that we finished building. Actually, not farms, orchards. However, we haven't built the houses yet, so we're not going to bring those up. So we'll dismiss our chicken and cattle here, because we don't have any idle pastures. And I think for this episode, the main thing to do is to not try to grow too much, and try to make sure everything is nice and stable. So build that as a stone road. That as a stone road, because there seems to be a lot of traffic going across. that as a stone road as well. And that. I'm hoping that our clothing situation will resolve itself, because I believe there's still people who don't have good clothing, and therefore they are going to take all the clothing that are made immediately. We open up some more fishing location. So we need some more fishermen. I'm guessing it's down here. I assume that these guys are fairly local. Well, it will be anyway. There's also, since it is late spring, let's go ahead and get people. Before we do that, I would like to build a bridge. And it's not necessary to build a bridge. The people can cross these streams here. But I don't want to make that assumption and have it fall flat on my face, because then people run all the way around these area to go across, and that would be really bad. So instead of gathering stone, we actually are going to use up some of the stone to build bridges. We actually have people over here doing something. I'm guessing gathering these stones because I have them marked to be gathered. Once these building jobs drop down a little bit more, which means we finished building more things, then we can look at building some more. I've been terrible at that because I keep queuing more things for them to do, and they're running over the map right now, which is typically bad. Because I don't think they prioritize things very well. By that I mean the builders that live over here may decide to go and build over here, so they don't always just do the local jobs first. I think they do whatever is queue up first, which means there could be some inefficiencies going on here. And what likely happening more of the time is that they travel from here up to somewhere in the middle, and then someone else decide to become a builder instead. So someone over here think that it's closer, so they switch job to be a builder. This person who just walked halfway across the map took a different job a little bit closer and then walked all the way back. So when we have a lot of things scattered out across the map, things like that tend to happen, and everything's done slower. So if at all possible, I do try to build one area at a time. That way all the builders would be very local, and they can start building things quicker. So I just let the game run for a little bit, and I think this is the max that I can the most I can zoom out. So we won't zoom out too much. We're waiting for this area here. So we just finished building the forestry hut. Let's assign some forest, I guess, rangers, foresters. I don't know what the right name for them would be. And then wait for the obelisk hut over here to build. And hopefully, with that new obelisk hut, we can finally take care of our herb situation. The other things too is that I'm watching this close over here, and since we're in summer, people will have less need of clothing, so that should actually go up faster, I think, unless they always try to discard clothes to get better clothes, no matter the season. So let's hope this number keep going up. Let's go ahead and pin our graphs up here. Let's use so much real estate, but let's put it over here for now. We can see that during the first few seasons we are producing 10,000 or so less food for the year. And then autumn is when we gather all the crops, so hopefully that will be more than enough to offset that. So I'm looking at food. So this is when we start picking up, I think autumn is when we start harvesting crops, and that should revert this drops right here. So hopefully it'll start a nice uptick trend. Oops, again, let's hope that it will have a nice uptick trend. And clothing. Right now our happiness is decreasing, which is not good. Education is going up steadily, clothing is going up steadily, health is sorta going up and down a little bit. I think that ties very directly to the amount of herbs, and the happiness is tied to all these things, I believe, and also with the cemetery being full, that will definitely make people less happy, because when their loved one pass away and there's no place for them to bury their loved ones, that make people sad. So hopefully that will be reversed now that we have people being clothed and have place to bury the dead, so on and so forth. So this is good, because even though our number of clothing is low, this means that we are producing enough so that people can get clothing. So while that is going on, let's take a look over here. We're still building all these things, so let's just let them be. I was thinking about growing these orchards, but unless we have people here to work them, I don't want to start working them just yet, seeing that we do have enough food for the time being. It's so hard not to queue more things up though. So let's go and speed things up a little bit more. We've been playing most of the game at 5 times speed, so let's bring that up to 10. I don't think it's actually going any faster, just because we have so many things for the game to do, and my computer is quite slow. One of these days I have to think about getting a new computer. Okay, let's see what we have at the trading post. Logs and leather and tools, nothing that we would actually want. Let's go back over here and watch the obelisk being built, and keep track on this this graph over here. So the trough over here is above last year, slightly above the year before that as well, but not the year before that. So we still need to keep this in mind. The number is fairly steady still. Number of children is right around. Let's go up a little bit here though. I think this is when we open a new school and all the children become student all at once. So that's why there's these bum over here. But other than that, we are fairly even over here. So definitely need to keep an eye on that. If we build too many houses, I think this will go up first, and then after a while these lines will track one another, so there'll be a gap of time. Probably see it over here. So you can see these lines sort of track one another, because every 10 years or so the children will become students in another, I don't know, I was gonna say 6 years, but I don't remember. It could be another 10, then the children will become adult. These also coincide with the nomads coming in as well. And these also coincide with nomads. Every time we have nomads coming in, a percentage of people who are educated drops a little bit, and before that we were able to bring it back up. But lately, with the big influx of nomads, we couldn't close everyone, we couldn't educate everyone, and it is taking a long time for us to get back to the 3/4 over here. Let's bring it back to the 5 years view. If I switch some of these around, maybe that's a little bit easier. Oh, we have reached our firewood limit. That's excellent. And our number, the logs numbers also start growing, so that's good. So I think we finally get that straightened out. Now we can also control these over here as well, but it's a little bit more difficult. I wish we can sort it by name, make it a little bit easier. I think some of the mods actually allow you to sort these professions. So actually, let's go ahead and close this now. Because our job situation is fairly stable, I can scroll this a little bit and adjust the numbers here. So this vendor is still working pretty far away. But that's also because a lot of these people who live in here are actually builders. This is what I'm sort of worried about. The number of children are pretty high. I think that's highest than I've seen it, that number in a long time. And of course, you know, these numbers would also drop once a lot of people who came to us in a wave, when they come to us in a wave, they most likely die in a wave as well. So we need to make sure that all these remain stable after a little while. It won't be stable for probably another, let's just say 50 years. So food go to almost 80,000. Clothing's going up. Happiness is remained fairly constant. Health is pretty constant. Okay, and we have new herbalist hut. So let's bring up some new herbalists. Hopefully that'll bring that up quite a bit. And also hopefully that'll bring the health of the people up as well. So we have a new peak over here for the last 5 years. It's not anywhere near what we had 10 years ago, or even 25 years ago. Because about 15 years ago we crossed over the 100,000 mark. But for the last 5 years, with all the influx of people, I think we finally have a stable food production over here. So while we have the builders here, I think I'll go ahead and unpause this fishing dock. And let's just have this whole area finished building. We'll build some new houses as well for the fishermen. We have a traders with food. So since food production is stable, let's just not trade anymore for food. So we have 18 locations to be built. 13 forestry location, 13 herbalists, should be 13 gatherer. 10 schools that our number of children, students have dropped. We need another physician because the hospital down south, down here, has finished being built. So we have 6 hospitals and 6 churches. We might need to build another hospital in this area because I don't remember. Oh, there's one over here. But this area over here is what I was thinking of. And I don't remember having a physician nearby. There's one up here. So in this corner over here. That's quite a way away though. Right here. And there's one up this way. Over here. Somewhere over here. So we should definitely build one here. I'm not sure what it says that we have a hospital right next to a cemetery. But let's build one there anyway. Again, taking advantage of all the builders who are in this area right now. Let's go ahead and put this up here because I'm still used to looking over here for the mini-map. Finish building a few of the plots. And I'll wait for these to finish, at least the houses to be finished before I build more plots. Down here everything is done. Let's see how, oh, not everything is done. These 2 houses are not. these things are a little bit closer now. Maybe. That's still pretty far away. But we have run over time. Um, so the good news is our food production is good now. We are trending up. That's good. Herb production still not good. Clothing still not good. Firewood and logs are good. So we might need to open some more uh, herbalists. Maybe even in the middle of the town somewhere. The herbalists work best when they have wilderness to these guys did not do well at all. Have wilderness to gather their herbs. So for now, let's just wait for all these to finish, and we'll in the next episode we'll try to see if we can get everything stabilized. Until then, thank you very much for watching. Have a nice day. Bye bye.